Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Proline, the longest-running sports handicapping show in America. I'm John Cranton, direct from Las Vegas. It is Monday. Going to talk about some NFL games from the weekend, plus look at a baseball game going on Monday. First, want to remind you, Dave Cokin off a nice 2-0 sweep in the NFL, the Jets and the Cardinals. Here's his baseball game of the month for Monday. It's $25 online at jimfeist.com. If you want to get it for $10 with a guarantee, winner 3 days free. Just call 866-546-9467. Also, Jim Feist went 2-0 with NFL steamroller releases over the weekend, the Vikings and the Rams. And he stepped up with one high-end inner circle release in the NFL. It was the Cleveland Browns. They not only covered, they won the game, a rare win for the Browns. There's more winners on tap, including an inner circle baseball release on Monday. Jim is 45-28 with these releases after the Minnesota Twins cashed Sunday 6-4. It's $49 online at jimfeist.com. If you want to get it for half price, just plug in the code word JIM50, JIM50 when you check out. All right, let's take a look at a baseball game going on for Monday, and then we'll take a look at some NFL news and notes. You got the Indians playing the Red Sox. Great battle here, battle of first place teams in the American League. And it's pretty much a pick'em game. Boston minus 110 with a total of 10. And the Red Sox are on a sizzling run, pulling away from the Yankees. A 10-1 run now after that showdown series over the weekend in the Bronx. They took 2 out of 3. Probably should have swept 2 after blowing that game on Friday. So they, with their pitching and defense in the field and the offense beginning to play exceptionally well, this is the team to beat in the AL East. You got a top 10 team in runs and on base percentage, plus the number 3 in pitching. Saw another dynamite performance from Chris Sale yesterday. If there's anything that's going against Boston for tonight's game, there's 2 things. One is the situation, and then the rivalry series against the Yankees. Now they're coming home, and it was the late game on ESPN last night and a 10-inning game, so the situation is not ideal for Boston, using some of their best relievers over the weekend against the division rival Yankees. And now they're kind of stuck with Doug Fister, 33-year-old Doug Fister. Journeyman here was certainly way past his prime, an ERA over 5. Good news is he's won his last 2 starts, pitching fairly well, 3 and 2 runs. On the other hand, can't ignore his overall numbers for the season. 39 innings pitched, 42 hits and 19 walks. It's a lot of base runners he has allowed when he faces the AL Central Division, a 7-21 record. Meanwhile, Cleveland coming into town, very strong team all around, defending AL champs. They have a winning road record this season. They're dynamite against right-handed starters, an 11-3 run. On base percentage, top 7 in baseball, and the pitching is 4th, right behind these Boston Red Sox. So it's a fairly even matchup. They're going with Trevor Bauer tonight, a 10-game winner, and he's on one heck of a roll. He's a great strikeout pitcher for the entire season. And these last 3 starts, 1 run allowed in each of these 3 starts, 22 innings pitched total, 3 walks, and 22 strikeouts. He is on one heck of a roll. Beware of one thing with Bauer, though. Has not been good away from Cleveland this season. A road record of 3-5, ERA of 6.69. Also keep in mind when he pitches on the road, 17-5-4 under the total. And the Indians, when they go out on the road, 31-15-5 under the total with that great pitching. That's how I look at tonight's game, because with the Red Sox, with their great defense and strong pitching and a lack of power on offense, here at Fenway, would you believe they're 18-7-1 under the total, and you got a high total here for Monday. All right, some NFL observations from the weekend. Quite a few teams that didn't show up in week 1, which is common with the coaching staffs that just don't care a lot. The Colts, once again, didn't show up, and that was a home game. You got the Bills, Redskins, Eagles, Giants, and Chiefs. They all didn't show up, so now they're looking for week 2 to try and put up a better performance. Houston Texans, interesting that the Texans in week 1, the offense had over 400 yards on offense. That's outstanding. However, only 17 points in the game, and that's something that we saw all of last year with the Texans. When they had Brock Osweiler, they'd march pretty well in the middle of the field with his short, safe dump-off passes. They would run up some significant yards, but they didn't get any points, settled for field goals, and we're seeing that already in week 1 of preseason. That's certainly something to keep an eye on the next few weeks with the Texans. Bill O'Brien is developing that reputation as a quarterback killer. That may or may not be the case. He certainly hasn't had very good quarterbacks to deal with. But when you look at the roster for this year, he's putting a lot in the rookie here from Clemson. If he continues to play, and beyond him, it's really not an exceptional roster. So it might be a team that gets a lot of offensive yards, but no points. Again, the New England Patriots, they laid an egg on defense at home, giving up 31 points to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's something to keep an eye on for week 2 because it's clear what their problem was. Their defense was just awful. 207 yards rushing allowed, 5.6 yards per carry. This was a team that was very strong against the run last season. They gave up a run of 79-yard touchdown run and a pass of 97 yards for a touchdown, and that was over second-year cornerback Cyrus Jones. He was awful last year as a special teams guy, fumbling the ball, didn't do much in the pass coverage either, and now he's getting a chance to play more in the secondary, and boy, has he been awful. You have to wonder if this guy's going to be a first-round bust out of Alabama, certainly not playing that well. However, Bill Belichick, when his teams play bad in one particular area in preseason, it doesn't go unnoticed, and he will work on that during the week. He will make adjustments and changes. So that's something to look on for week 2. They're heading out on the road at Houston. The team we just mentioned is struggling to score points, and I got to believe there's going to be a lot of changes on the defensive personnel to try and improve the run defense, which was just awful. Finally, the Dallas Cowboys, they went out to the Rams and just looked awful on offense, a 13-10 loss. And Jim Feist and I talked about this last week. Dallas, with Ezekiel Elliott, were great at running the football last year. However, the backups behind Elliott were not good at all as far as yards per carry. They were terrible. And what do we see without Elliott last week? They had 48 yards rushing against the Rams, 3.0 yards per carry. It would have been worse if quarterback Luke McCown hadn't ran for 8 yards on 2 carries. I have to wonder about this Dallas offense without Ezekiel Elliott. They could be in some serious trouble, which, if they can't run the football, they're going to have to pass more, and that's not what they want to do with this coaching staff. They love balance. They love pounding the rock and taking the pressure off the young quarterbacks. However, if they can't run without Elliott for the first 6 weeks of the regular season, or if they have some problems like we're seeing right now, they might have to pass the ball more, and that's not what they want to do. All right, we'll be back on Tuesday with another edition of Proline. Dave Cokin and Jim Feist are going to join us. If you want free picks, just call the toll-free number, 888-294-1970, or just text GAME. Use your cell phone to text GAME, G-A-M-E, to 25827. You get a free pick every day from our Vegas experts right on your cell phone. We'll see you back on Tuesday with more Proline. Good luck with the games, everyone.